the Rainbow Bargain from Glazyrin. Is it a good harp? Let's get this package cut open and take a look. All right, perfect timing today. Got off work, mailman was in the area, got this package. Inside should be a Rainbow Bargain from Glazyrin. Now every time I get on the internet and type in Jew harp or jaw harp, this is the harp that comes up. It's been on my radar for a while, and I'm anxious to see what it's like. Now, I didn't get it with a case. I just got the harp. I already have a good way that I haul my cases, so a case I didn't deem necessary. So, I'm anxious to see what this harp is like. This harp, I believe it cost me, was it $49.66 in US dollars. In Russian, it was 2,800 rubles, and shipping on it was 300 rubles, so it came right below the $50 mark. So I'm going to be expecting a little bit out of this harp. But blah, 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 blah. Package, I have a knife. Let's get it cut open. Let's see what's inside. Now, this package did come, same as the last harp I got from Russia. It's in a plastic container. The last one was easy to open. And knife is sharp, so it goes right through it. Here we have wrapped in bubble wrap, just like the last one. Got a good heft to it. Ooh, this is a long harp. It's on looks like a 3/4 by 3/4 piece of wood, the notch cut in it, and a rubber band around there, like a lot of the harps I've been getting. But this is a long harp. Better close you. I don't need to be bleeding today. Let's get an initial look at this. This is a long harp. It's fairly light for how long it is. It's not really thick. Gaps on it are decently tight. Let's go ahead and give a listen to this harp. We have a spiraled trigger. I'm going to have to take a couple days and play around with this, see what it's capable of. It does have a good feel. I like the back of this little design. Makes it really easy to hold. Let's go ahead and give it a couple days. I'll see you in a few. Well, this is cut out of a flat piece of stainless instead of being a bent piece of diamond-shaped steel or round piece of steel or brass. This is cut or milled out of a flat piece of stainless. We have the reed is screwed in lieu of being crimped like many of my other harps. And we have this pattern that's been cut out by a machine, by a CNC machine. And there's actually some minor imperfections. You can see a little bit of slag where the machine left a little bit right there on that corner. And none of this, from a distance you can't see it, but if you look really up close you can. And none of this interferes with the playing at all. This harp has pretty unique tonal qualities, kind of an outer spacey sort of sound. The back of it is milled out by a machine there, much like the Glazyrin compass. It makes unique opportunities for muting with that being sitting flat with the frame. Now, the reed on this is screwed. It's not crimped like all my other harps. So I was talking to an expert on these harps, and replacement reeds are available, but most people, if they ever have problems, they replace the whole harp. Each reed is actually tuned to the individual frame. Now, it's not tuned in any sort of tuning that on the scales we're used to, A, B, D, G, E, all of those. It is tuned to the individual frame. So if you take this, unscrew this off here, and put a different reed on here, it's going to change the sound of it and may cause problems with clanging and whatnot. And I'm going to be trying that out in the future. I'm going to get a different reed for my compass and see if I can change it out and see what sort of problems I run into, how hard that is to do that. But they're all made of all stainless. The frames are stainless, the reed stainless, and he said that he's never seen a screw rust, so he suspects those are stainless as well. This presents interesting opportunities because we can take this out camping, it can get wet, it shouldn't rust, and I'm going to be testing that and seeing how rust resistant these Glazyrin harps are. I do like this milled little design on the back. It's nice to hold. Interesting trigger here. Instead of being looped or bent, it's spiraled like a cinnamon roll. Very unique harp. It has unique tonal qualities, a unique timbre, I believe is what that's called. Timbre, I guess. I had to look it up when he said the word timbre. Timbre is like the quality of the note. A G on a guitar is not the same as a G on a piano, is not the same as a G on a keyboard. There's a different quality to the note. But good stuff here. For $50, I'm decently happy. I'm pretty happy with this. The harp is pretty. Does have some minor cosmetic imperfections, nothing that is really bothersome even to me. But how does it sound? What kind of range do we get? How sensitive is it? Let's go ahead and we'll try to establish a range, starting at the top and coming down. I'm going to try to stretch this range out. This harp seems to perform really well with the changes in the throat. So I'm going to do some throat changes and tongue movement in my range to try to bring out some of these unique tonal qualities this harp has. Kind of outer spacey sounding to me. Starting at the top and coming down. Pretty unique sound, and I think it's due to that, the front being flat and the back being milled out in almost a cup or a speaker shaped design. I do enjoy the outer spacey sound and all the unique qualities, and I've been playing a lot doing deep hollow sounds, doing changes in my throat to make music, and this harp has been complementing that very, very well. Now, how sensitive is it to percussive noises? I've noticed on harder percussive noises, like what I would feed a Zalagi or a Tatarstan harp, it doesn't do as well, but with small changes in tongue movement and small percussive noises, it does really well. It's really well at fishing out minor changes and minor movements in the tongue. Let's go ahead and give it some percussive noise. First, I'm going to give it hard percussive noises compared to a Tatarstan bass, and then I'm going to do some of the percussive noise that it excels at. I want to give it some more minor tongue movement. Does very, very well at unique tongue movements and picking up just small details and small tongue movement. Now, how well does this harp do with breathing? Doesn't do too bad with the breathing. It's not quite as breathy as some of the Zalagi harps. We'll take a Chancer, we'll take a Tatarstan harp. They're really, really breathy. Not quite as breathy, but this harp, overall, I think I'm going to give this the Bedcorp seal of approval. I like this harp. It plays a lot different, well, not a lot different, but a little bit different due to its unique design than some of my other harps do, with the diamond-shaped frames, with the round frames that are milled out. And I also like it being flat on the front. It provides some unique opportunities for muting, and I've been holding it different. This design on the back, instead of holding it like I normally hold harps, it's nice for holding it like this. And for muting, just sliding your finger across the front, and it's easier to kind of change the tone of your mute. Let's go ahead and try that. I do like that quality. I like how every harp I get has different qualities. It plays different. You kind of got to figure out what are the harp's strengths, what are the harp's weaknesses. Muting, muting from the back, like with the thumb, is not really easy to do because it sits so far back in that smaller channel. But muting from the front is really easy to do, and it's really easy to change your muting by sliding your finger along there. I like the fact that it's stainless. Some of my other harps, I really, really like my Masco harps, but one thing about the Masco harps being such a highly polished steel with no coating on there, flash rusting happens pretty fast. Instead of cleaning my Masco harps at the end of the day and oiling them, I clean them immediately after playing and oil them immediately. This one, I play it, leave it sit. I took it to work with me. It bounced around in the work truck. It's a really durable harp that I don't think I'm going to have any problem with it rusting. And I'm going to be testing the Glazyrin harps, the Compass, and seeing how rust resistant they are. I like this Rainbow Vargan quite a bit, so I'm not going to be leaving it outside, exposing it to the elements, but I'm going to be testing the Glazyrin stainless and seeing how rust resistant that is. I mean, I go camping a lot. It's nice to find a harp that, you know, is probably not going to rust. It's going to hold up a little bit better. And anyways, blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and compare this harp to the Compass. I wasn't as big of a fan as the Compass, but the Compass was a much, much cheaper harp. The Compass is in the 55 to 65 hertz range, so it's a little lower than the Rainbow Vargan, which is in the 65 to 75 hertz range, a little bit higher. I guess the one thing that I didn't like about the Compass is it wasn't really very loud. The Rainbow Vargan is much, much louder. This is a pretty nicely loud harp. Overall, it's definitely getting the Bebcorp seal of approval. It has it. Jury's out. Bebcorp seal of approval, like this harp. And in the future, I'm going to be checking out some more of these Glazyrin harps. In particular, the Star Harp and the full-size Phantom and the mini Phantom. I want to see what these Glazyrin harps are all like. And I'm going to be checking out other harps as well, but I'm going to be focusing on those in the next upcoming month. Well, that's going to be it for this unboxing. Like, share, and subscribe. Harp out.